What's going on, everybody? I'm here. I'm in Canada. I'm finishing the rest of my my recovery work and my rehab after my surgery. I am 9 weeks post-surgery as of today, and I'm super excited because today is the first day that I'm going to be dipping my hands back into log. I'm going to put some weight on the log. I'm going to feel it out. I'm going to feel it out. I'm not going to push myself too hard. If I'm feeling kind of iffy with my arm, if I'm feeling any kind of pulling or pain, I'm going to leave it alone. But my goal is anywhere between 275 and 300. Just want to feel it out. I want to get my hands on something heavy, and I'm feeling really good. Earlier in the week, yesterday actually, I did deadlift for the first time without my harness. I went up to 675, did sets of 5. I don't need my harness anymore, which is awesome. I don't feel any pulling. I don't feel any pain in the tendon, in the bicep, nothing. I feel amazing, and I'm super happy to get after it. I'm really excited today because log is one of my favorite events. So let's get after it, guys. Well, that felt fucking awesome. That felt so easy, super light. The clean, no issue. The press, no issue. I miss log. I miss log a lot. I'm not the best logger in the world or even in the States, but I have a pretty damn good log, and I missed it, honestly. I really did. I'm really happy to be doing log again. I really am. I feel a lot more like my old self, and it feels good to be here. It's a really good mindset to be in. I'm in a better headspace now, and this was a really big win for me, so I'm pretty happy. I just did 300-pound log, clean and press for reps, 9 weeks to the day post-surgery. Every single person that I have talked to has been telling me to take it easy, to be smart, to go slow, and take your recovery seriously. First thing, I do take my recovery very fucking seriously. And as you see, I'm already ready to go back into heavier weights. I wanted to take this second right now just to say, don't let somebody limit you. Don't let anybody get in your head. Don't let anybody plant the seed of doubt in your head. I know I'm fucking worked up right now, but I wanted to get this off my chest because I get so much shit about my training being too intense, too aggressive. I'm getting hurt all the time. I just wanted to take a second. I just did that 9 weeks post-surgery. You don't see people doing that. You can't let people tell you negative things and then you believe them. Go after what you want. If you're doing it safely, you're listening to your body, and you believe in yourself, go the fuck after it. The only person that's going to make your dreams come true is you. That's all I have to say about that. All right, guys. So we made it across town. We found a good life. It's got all the accessory work that I like to do personally for my shoulders and triceps. We just crushed log. Again, it's the first time that I've hit 300 pounds since my bicep tear, and everything is full force. I'm really happy. I'm really, really positive right now. So let's go in here and get the rest of this workout. All right, guys, you're in for a special treat today because with me I have
IFBB Pro Prince Boabang.
Oh, you heard that, IFBB Pro. And as you guys know, I like to grab people from all different walks of the fitness journey, fitness life, and I grabbed myself a professional this time. So when did you start lifting?
The first time I ever lifted weights, I was probably like 16 years old. I was hanging out with my friend. There was a Good Life. There was a New Bodies there. He's like, come and work out with me. And, I was sore for a few days and stuff. I didn't go back for a while. But I mean, I was a soccer player, track and field runner all my life. So I was competing at a very competitive level. So I kept wanting to do that. And then once I got to university, I started growing a little bit. So I figured, I may as well try the bodybuilding. A friend of mine actually showed me a bodybuilder that was my age that was really good. And he was like, yeah, I think you can be just like that or even better. So you should give it a shot. So I tried it.
Yeah, so you just tried it, balls out, dedicated to it. You got on stage. How'd you do?
My first show, I was really young as well, 19. I came third, and then another show after that, I was 20 and I came second. And then it was great. I loved the experience, but I was in university, so I thought I should finish school before I came back to it. So I waited a few more years, did all my education, and then I would say about 2014, I came back and decided to be real serious, and that's when I became Mr. Nova Scotia. And then it was an uphill ride from there on. Yeah.
Oh, it didn't get easier as you competed in more and more elite shows?
Well, the fact was that the shows were getting harder, but if you are dedicated, you will also be improving. So you're also being competition for them as well. So I was working hard at the bodybuilding show. My first year I was good, but my second year I was better. Third year even better. And for the East Coast, it was a very successful venture. I first won Mr. Nova Scotia 2014, 2015, Mr. Atlantics, 2016, Gladiators, which is the whole Eastern Canada. And then 2017, I came second at Nationals. And in 2018, I became Mr. Canada, and I won the Canadian Championships.
I was unaware that I was talking to Mr. Canada.
Thank you. Thank you.
So what does a diet look like in the day of a professional IFBB pro?
Well, it depends. In the off season and prep, right? I would say off season, normally there's a lot of carbs and a lot of protein, but you still try to keep a little bit of veggies. I would say I go about 5,000 to 6,000 calories, 5,500 to be more specific on the off season. And during the prep, about 8 weeks out, on the off season, like a meal will be like steak and rice, maybe a burger between it, and then have some fish and some rice and sweet potatoes and some chicken, and then maybe have like another cheat meal, like something that, like a sandwich or something like that, just because you're not really in the serious diet yet. But once you get in the diet, it's a lot of greens. Like I eat more broccoli than they can barely produce, right? So I eat a lot of broccoli, a lot of fish, lean white fish, like tilapia fish and stuff like that. So I eat a ton of that. A lot of chicken as well, but no fat, just a chicken breast and stuff like that. So 8 weeks out, it's basically broccoli, chicken, potatoes, and fish.
Oh yeah, I know all about that. For anybody who hasn't seen maybe yourself or somebody who hasn't seen my story so far video that I did a little bit earlier, I actually used to do bodybuilding too.
Yes, yeah. I saw him. He was very good.
That was about 200 pounds of fat ago. A lot of it in the belly and in the head, but yeah, it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. I'm a little too fat to be consistent with that diet. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the dedication to that diet, that's one of the hardest things.
Yeah, you think that you can not eat something and it'd be okay. But once you go a long time without eating, some fries or some ice cream or even a burger or something like that, or even a steak with a little bit of fat on it, you know what I mean? You see that on TV, your mouth just water. You see some ribs, your mouth just water and stuff like that. And it's such a hard thing to fight off, right? You got to go back and eat broccoli, which tastes like nothing, and you're still hungry after you eat it, right? So it is very difficult. Like sometimes it's just what it comes down to is results, right? Like if you're not, it's hard to do it. You got to do it, and it's healthy eating that you're doing too, right? But it's difficult because you want to eat things that your body's craving for. But when you start to see your results, one day you wake up, you have 6 abs. A week or two later, it turns to 8 abs. You're going to be like, you know what? I'm happy I didn't eat the ice cream. I'm fine with the 8 abs. Let's keep this going.
It was worth it.
You know what I mean? It was worth it. Exactly. 100%.
All right. So Mr. Canada, what's in the future for you? What are you pushing towards in your off season right now? What are you preparing for 2023? Well,
that's a very good question. To be honest, I was going to kind of give a little bit of a story about what I was planning on doing. Well, in Canada, right now I easily fit in the 212. And in Canada, there's a few really good 212 bodybuilders. I've beaten some and I've lost to some of them, right? And me, I'm one of those competitors who kind of likes to compete and give it their all and may the best man win. So my plan was to go back and do the 212 again and see if I can come out on top and make sure that I can claim myself as the best 212 in Canada and possibly one of the better ones in Olympia. That's what I originally wanted to do. But when the off season came, I started growing so much muscles. I got to 244 pounds. And, you know, these guys are competing about 250, 260. So, you know, if I can get to 240, you know, in a few short months, you know, maybe if I, you know, compete or if I take a little break and then rebound again, I can probably push that to 270. If I'm 260, 270, 5'9", 5'10", that's enough muscles. That's more than even Brandon Curry or those guys even weigh, right? It's about as much as what Phil Heath weighs if I'm 260 at 5'9", right? So if I can get to that weight, I'm just gonna forget about the 212. And I did what I did. I respect and love all the athletes I compete against. I wish I could do the 212, and I still might. But you know, the big boys I was thinking doing the big boy show. That's what my ideal is, and I want to do it for a few years and then retire, knowing that I gave it my all. And then I didn't hold nothing back. And, you know, like when I can't look back at any regrets and say, you know what, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? At least I tried my best.
I have the exact same mindset. I believe that in that exact same philosophy. If you're going to try something, give it your all. Go 100% into it. Go balls out. So that way you know whether you succeeded or you failed, you know that you gave it your best shot.
Exactly.
You tried your hardest.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's nothing worse than living in a world of what if.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to do that. And because there would be a point in your life where you can't do the things that you want to do. Because I have some what ifs. I mean, it's about soccer and track and field. Like, and track and field in university, I was ranked 5th in the country in 60 meters. But I got injured the next year, so it kind of slowed me down. Soccer, I was on the provincial teams, the Maritimes All-Star team and Canada Games training group. But the whole thing with soccer is that, you know, my father, I'll be honest, he's kind of really dedicated to school, and he's a professor at university. So he asked me not to play soccer, just to focus on my school my first year. And I did it, and I thought it was okay, but I did really well in school. But I was like, man, like, I want to make a school and soccer, right? So yeah. I try to go back and stuff like that. And it was okay. My first year was a little bit shaky, and then the second year was good. But by then, I've already saw that I had a little bit of muscle in the mirror. And my guys were asking me to do a bodybuilding show. And, you know, soccer was fine, but bodybuilding, I was only 1 or 2 places from being, you know, one of the best, right? So I was like, I'm better at bodybuilding probably, right? And I mean, I love soccer. I was really good at it. But, you know, as I got older and I taking the year off and stuff, and as I mature, the muscles started growing. I mean, I was playing soccer. I was 170 pounds, running like 10.6 seconds in 100 meters.
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean? And I barely trained for track and field because I played so much soccer. I didn't have time for track and field. But as long as you're running, you're still exercising, right? So that's what kept my speed up, right? So I was about 170 pounds, running about 10.5, 10.6 seconds in 100 meters. But then as I got older, as I turned 20, 21, 22, I just started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And if you're bigger, you're probably not going to be faster.
Yeah, all that muscle was starting to slow you down a little bit, wasn't it?
It's too much to carry, yeah.
All right, so let's wrap this up. I wanted to ask you one more thing. If you could go back to a younger version of Prince, or even just somebody watching this, just for a little bit of motivation, what's one piece of advice? Doesn't have to be bodybuilding, doesn't have to be gym, it doesn't have to be anything. What's one piece that you've accumulated, a little bit of knowledge over your time, overcoming obstacles, staying dedicated, working hard? What piece of advice would you give the audience or a younger version of yourself?
Well, I have a few, but I'll try to make it about 1 or 2 minutes to kind of group it all together. But one thing about this world is that you got to understand that, you know, anything that's not done with integrity is most likely going to fall apart. You know what I mean? Or at least with the basic, let's say, basic fundamentals to make it work, right? Like, for example, like with bodybuilding and stuff like that, some guys gain muscle by training really hard and eating a lot of food. And then some guys do these tricks to their body to make themselves explode. And then they don't even keep their gains because it's not real gains, right? So in this world, if you really want to succeed at anything, like, no one's lying to you when they say there is no real easy way. You can get lucky, like the lottery. But to have success in anything, there is no real easy way, you know? And then the one thing too is that a lot of people say you learn from your mistakes and stuff like that. Yeah, you do learn from your mistakes, right? But the thing is, people around you, they make mistakes. You know, you watch people make mistakes. Older people make mistakes. You see what they do with their lives and stuff. So you don't always have to make a mistake to learn from it. Sometimes you can watch other people make a mistake and say, hey, I should make sure that doesn't happen to me, and don't make that same mistake. And that's my advice for you. And also, live for the moment, because, no one's guaranteed tomorrow, something could happen to my car while I'm driving, and you never know, right? So enjoy yourself in the moment. But the fact is, the future is important too. So you kind of always got to have a plan for tomorrow and live for the moment. You know what I mean? So, plan for the future and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, if you have $100, don't go to the club and blow it all. Like, go online and look for a job, or try to train some people to, create some business for yourself. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Just smart decisions for yourself.
Right. All right. Well, I appreciate your time, brother. Thank you very much for coming on here.
It's more than my pleasure, man. Honestly, man, when I met you, man, I was like, this guy is incredibly huge, and I'm probably going to talk to him once, and then he's probably going to be like, okay, I'm busy, I'm not talking to you anymore.
Oh, shit.
And then you ended up being like the coolest guy I know. And then my friends even here, they even took pictures with you. And I was like, I met him first. I told them all, I was like, hey, I met him first and stuff like that. So I'm proud to be your friend, man.
Oh, I appreciate that, brother.
Right, brother.
I really do appreciate that.
Thanks for the interview.
Thank you so much, and good luck with all of your future endeavors. And I'm sure I'll see you around in here a little bit more.
You too as well, man.
All right, brother. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
All right, guys. So that was my shoulder and tricep training with my first time ever hitting log at 300 pounds since my injury. Again, I've just been riding a wave of high ever since I hit that. I'm so happy that my progress with my recovery has been coming so far along in such a short amount of time, too. I'm very, very grateful for that. All of the recovery and rehab stuff that I've been doing is paying off, and I'm super excited about that. Came in here, got a great workout. I killed all my accessories. I got a good pump, so I'm feeling good. I'm looking good. And I got to chat with my buddy Prince, IFBB Pro, got a little bit of insight into his story. And honestly, I just hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this video helped motivate you either with Prince and his journey, or after my little rant after I hit 300 pounds on the log. A lot of what I do is just to help motivate people, and I hope that when you guys watch my videos, watch my progress, watch me compete, anything like that, I'll consider my career a success, obviously when I win worlds, but I'll consider my career a success if I'm able to motivate and inspire people to make themselves better. That's what I want out of this. So if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, T-Rex Kingdom, baby. Yeah, buddy.